A shadow looms over Westminster. Quiet corridors, closed doors, whispers of deals that could change the course of Britain's future. Behind the polished facades and parliamentary formalities, a story is unfolding, one that could reshape the UK's relationship with Europe forever. A price is being whispered in the corridors of power. A price for access, for influence, perhaps even for redemption. And at the centre of it all stands Sir Keir Starmer, steering Britain toward a controversial Brexit reset, while the nation watches, anxious, uncertain, and divided. The questions hang in the air. Will the UK open its coffers to Brussels once more? Will this reset restore balance, or draw Britain deeper into the orbit of the European Union? The truth is cloaked in secrecy, but the narrative is already in motion. Before we dive deeper into this gripping story, make sure to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below with your thoughts. Do you think this move could benefit Britain, or is it a step too close to Brussels? Your comment could be featured in our next video. As the new week approaches, a significant revelation emerged from the heart of Downing Street. The Labour government is reportedly prepared to pay billions to the European Union as part of Sir Keir Starmer's controversial Brexit reset, a move that has already sparked alarm among Brexiteers and opposition politicians. A government spokesperson made a statement that was careful, almost cryptic. Nothing has been agreed yet. But if a proportionate contribution to a specific EU system delivers clear benefits for the UK, it is a sensible, fair, and pragmatic choice. On the surface, the words seem measured, almost innocuous. But behind them lies a complex calculus: access to markets, influence in Brussels, and, potentially, a substantial financial commitment from UK taxpayers. In the backdrop of this unfolding drama, a crucial conversation took place between Prime Minister Keir Starmer and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen. The discussion, reported to be unusually direct, left no doubt about Starmer's intentions. He told von der Leyen that any agreement must deliver tangible benefits to the British public, a line designed to reassure skeptics, yet it also hints at the delicate negotiations that lie ahead. Meanwhile, European diplomats have reportedly been explicit: to gain expanded access to EU markets, the UK must make pay-to-play contributions, essentially, pay into Brussels' coffers before reaping the benefits. This prospect has ignited immediate criticism from political opponents and Brexit supporters. Richard Tice, deputy leader of Reform UK, was quick to voice his opposition. The whole point of Brexit was to embrace competition, strike our own trade deals, and make decisions solely in Britain's best interest. Further alignment with the EU ties us to foreign interests and undermines our independence. We have no confidence that this Labour government, packed with Remainers, will ever truly distance itself from Brussels. Tice's words carry weight not just because of his political position, but because they echo a wider concern across parts of the British public: the fear that Brexit's promises of independence and self-determination may slowly unravel. On the Labour side, Shadow Business and Trade Secretary Andrew Griffith issued a warning, adding fuel to the growing debate. The last thing the UK economy needs is to shackle itself back into Brussels red tape. There are serious fears the UK could end up paying billions more of taxpayers' money to Brussels. Keir Starmer hates Brexit, and that's why he is intent on drawing us closer to the EU. These statements paint a picture of a country at a crossroads. The Labour leadership argues that strategic engagement with Europe could deliver economic benefits and stability. The opposition warns that it risks eroding the sovereignty that Brexit promised. Political analysts suggest that this negotiation is about more than money: it is about influence, access, and the ability to shape the post-Brexit European landscape to Britain's advantage. Starmer's challenge is to convince both Brussels and the British public that any contribution is not a step backward, but a tactical maneuver that secures future prosperity. Yet, the timing raises eyebrows. The UK economy faces multiple pressures: rising inflation, cost of living concerns, and the lingering impact of the pandemic. Critics argue that sending billions to Brussels, even under the guise of a strategic reset, may fuel public frustration and deepen political divisions. The debate has already taken on a broader narrative, with media outlets framing it as a potential betrayal of the Brexit mandate. Headlines are emerging that question whether Labour's approach represents a pragmatic negotiation or a hidden return to EU influence. Meanwhile, whispers within Westminster hint at a deeper tension within the Labour Party itself. Some MPs are reportedly uneasy with Starmer's apparent willingness to engage financially with the EU. Others see it as a necessary move to stabilise trade relations and reassure investors. The scenario creates a dramatic backdrop for next week's negotiations. Every statement, every financial figure, every nuance will be dissected by ministers, diplomats, journalists, and the public alike. The stakes are high, not just for trade and economics, but for the political credibility of Starmer and his government. Brexiteers and Eurosceptics have made their voices heard loud and clear. They fear that any agreement which involves paying the EU, even if couched in pragmatic terms, risks slowly re-entangling Britain in Brussels' orbit. Yet Starmer and his team appear undeterred. Their message is simple: any deal must provide tangible benefits, even if it comes with a cost. But what that cost might be, and whether it will be acceptable to the public, remains one of the great unknowns of this unfolding story. The narrative is further complicated by the European Union's position. Brussels is keen to secure commitments from the UK that ensure ongoing cooperation, regulatory alignment, and financial contributions. From the EU perspective, this is a matter of principle as much as pragmatism. Access comes with responsibility. As all sides prepare for the talks, the air in London is thick with speculation and tension. Observers wonder, will Britain secure favourable terms without compromising its independence, or will the country end up paying a heavy price for access to markets it once controlled through its own trade policies? What is certain is that the upcoming negotiations will be closely scrutinised by both sides of the aisle, by the media, and by the public. Every meeting, every communiqué, and every number will be interpreted not just for what it is, but for what it signals about the future of Britain's sovereignty and its post-Brexit identity. This is a story of high stakes, strategic manoeuvres, and political theatre. It is about money, power, and trust. And it is unfolding in real time, with the eyes of a nation fixed on the outcome. Britain stands at a pivotal crossroads. The decisions made now could redefine its political, economic, and diplomatic future. Will Sir Keir Starmer guide the country toward a new, pragmatic relationship with Europe, or will this move be remembered as a step too close to Brussels, an echo of the past Britain fought to leave? The answers are not yet clear. But one thing is certain: the story is far from over. Every action, every decision, and every negotiation will ripple across the nation for years to come. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Starmer is acting in Britain's best interest, or is there a hidden agenda at play? And don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on every twist and turn in this unfolding drama.